Hello guys and welcome to the video. So today we're back on the 3-star count. One thing I want to mention before is that this video is going to be a bit of a long video. I'll try to separate it into different parts so you'll know when we're entering certain parts. But I want to update you guys also on the account itself and not just on this, because I know some people clearly have been watching for a bit. They've watched since we started this account, and yeah, so there's going to be this part talking about the dot team and then the account itself. So this team right here, I made a video on it probably more than 2 or 3 weeks ago. And since then, I haven't really made a video on it. But here's the thing. I got this team finished about over a week and a half ago. The reason I haven't made a video on it is because there are problems with this team. I think anyone who's been playing a while would know that there was bound to be problems. At the end of the day, everything I'm doing is more of like an experiment. Just as as I'm gonna have tons of like W's, quote unquote, like wins with a lot of these experiments, there's bound to be some where I lose. And this is one of those ones where I lose. Now, I'm not giving up on it, right? I'm not giving up entirely, especially on the concept. But I want to show you guys something. So this is B-12. Now, okay. So I'm gonna give you guys, I'm gonna give you guys like kind of like a question, right? So on paper, I mentioned the way this should work is that he uses his second skill. He uses his second skill. Both Hemoses use their second skill and apply dots. Same with Sath. Sath should be able to apply his second skill and apply dots. Then Tattoo will do Ignite. What do you think is going to happen here? I'm going to do auto. Third skill, second skill. Then second skill. Then he does first skill. So notice one thing. This other Hemos still has a second skill. We're about to start the third rotation in. We're 3 rotations in. He still hasn't used his second skill. He used third skill and then went straight for the first skill, even though this skill was on cooldown. So that's what he should have done. But he didn't. So a wave that should have taken like 10 seconds is now taking forever. Let's look at this mid-boss. So the 2 or 3 units that are doing their job is Sath and Tattoo. Maybe Lulu, because Lulu pisses me off sometimes. Those Hemoses aren't doing their job, which sucks. And this is the best I've seen the run so far. This is the best way I've seen this run be done. Because they should easily be clearing these waves. Look, everybody's frozen, which means Sath is liable to die. He's going to die, probably. He dies. And that is because terrible AI. I mean, there are precautions I could take, and I'm trying to, like, figure ways around terrible AI, but at the end of the day, it's because, again, on paper, this team should work. It should have, but it doesn't. Just because the way this game is programmed, or not the... I know I'm sounding like a baby, but it's just the way these units are programmed. So, you can see that. They're not winning that one. And if they win by a sliver. But, that team should have worked, because there is a total, like, if you think of everything, okay. In the best scenario, again, and I understand the words coming out of my mouth. The best scenario, where all of them use their second skill, and then Tattoo incinerates afterwards, there should be a total of about 6 dots, which should be more than enough dots to wipe out any unit in this game. Especially, again, via incinerate. But they're not doing it. The AI is off. You'll see both Hemoses act completely different. One Hemosis uses third skill, the other one uses first skill. And then they switch vice versa. And then just the last second when we absolutely don't need it anymore, they'll use their second skill. And this happens constantly. And I've been experimenting with current units that I have. Like I'll throw in Megan to see if I can make them tanky so they're not dying. I'll throw in Juan. I'll throw in this and this and that. And at the end of the day, to make the team work, it would have to be something like this. Maybe this. This would have to be the team. This team would have to be built tanky as, I don't want to say the H word, tanky's heck. Just so they're not dying. Oh, okay. Yeah, do your job now. But so it takes away from the original team, and it now starts to become a little bit of a slower run. So the run gets slower the more I'm having to like build around these units. But I guess we could watch the run, see if it succeeds. Probably will. I mean, they're tanky enough. They have defense buffs, crit rate buffs. They don't have immunity because I need to take Lulu off of those violent runes because those violent runes aren't helpful. Not on him right now. But as you can see, now it's working because the team is very tanky. There's tons of heals. There's tons of buffs to prevent them from dying. So it's not really a speed team anymore, which is what I was trying to aim for. That's what I wanted to see if I can do with this account. But I guess I'm going to have to keep experimenting, switch around different units. But yeah, it's... That's why, for like the last like week and a half, I've been just trying different formulas, seeing what would work. Like for Tattoo, you notice that she earlier she entered with immunity, even though Lulu hadn't given any. I threw a will rune on her because sometimes she would enter the second wave and get either defense broken or frozen, which means she would get taken out. And if she's dead by the boss wave, there's no point in having her. So it's just like I put will runes on her, and that kind of worked for a little bit, but at the end of the day, the Hemoses still don't do their job. So it's like, do I put violent runes on them, or what do I do? It's just like, it's a whole bunch of nonsense. So 158, okay, that kind of worked. So the 124 time you saw, that was the perfect AI for them at the moment. Shylock did her third skill, stunned everybody. The Hemoses did their plagues correctly, but then they never did it again. They could not survive again. Not once. So, it's the same thing with the Dragon's Lair. It's the whole situation with them using their third skill instead of their second skill. So that fails. So what I've been doing with this is that I'm thinking of doing this right here. Instead of the Hemoses. Which, this team works for dragons. It should. Again, it's a whole bunch of it should work. But this is the team. This is the team I'm thinking about. And this team, I'm thinking about like how the AI works. I'm trying to think. I haven't done any research on the AI of this game. But like, the way the AI seems to work is that it prioritizes like the third, like it has like a percentage chance to use specific skills. So it's like the third skill is the most likely skill it's going to use. Like it has like, I don't know, like 70% chance to use the third skill, and then 20% chance for the second skill, and then 10% for the first skill. And it then does that dice roll, and then it chooses randomly. But I was like, okay, so it's going to go off a third skill. You know, Fyro does his third skill. That's the AoE dots. Adrian uses his third skill, and I've tested it, and he does. Will go attack speed and crit rate. And then second skill. And it's like, whatever, right? And I was just thinking about it, and I threw them in, and I was like, okay, let's see how it goes. Again, the roll, right? There's that roll that happened. Because usually Fyro does that first. And then Adrian will do this. And that's how I would like the Hemoses to do. Just tons of dots all the time, but it seems to be unlikely. And there's also the matter of tankiness for these guys. But the team should work if I get them up, get them tanky enough, find a way for them to live or something. But it's a whole bunch of testing. I'm trying to do a whole bunch of thinking, see how I'm gonna get B-12 successfully done. Maybe I don't use dots. Maybe I use a different type of team. But at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, it's just, this is a 3-star count. We're experimenting here. I've been thinking of I think I mentioned this unit way back when, but where's he at? I really don't have him. I have him. There's no way. Hold up. Oh wait, hold up. Yeah, I was about to say, like, I have him. He's just not awakened. This guy. So Jeffrey, right? So for those of you who don't know what Jeffrey is, I've been looking at him. I haven't done anything with him. He's still in storage. This is passive. Recovers HP by 30% of the inflicted damage and steals 1 beneficial effect. Now, I'm thinking of like building a team that might be able to utilize him there. I mean, he has defense break. I thought he had defense break. Yeah, defense break, dots, whatever, and then he has a recover HP and steals 1 beneficial effect. I might utilize him, just kind of like test him a little bit and see if he works. But it's just a whole bunch of testing. So that's where that is right now. If you're wondering, it's like, hey, where's the Hemos team, the dot team? Where's the 1-minute teams? There it is. There's the 1-minute teams. We got 2 disobedient children right here that I'm about to just throw into storage. And I moved the runes around. Like, they had 100% accuracy and like a little bit less HP, but the accuracy didn't mean crap. It didn't seem to mean anything. So I built them tankier. But there's what that is. So for those of you who are there for the dot team, this is where it's going to end. I'm going to enter into the next part where we're going to be talking about the account in general. It's not going to be too long, but we're going to be talking about the account in general. So here we go. Okay, so here we are, moments later. Now we're going to be talking about the account. One thing you're going to notice right away is that Luan is my rep. He is my rep monster. He does successfully clear Fame in Hell. I guess we'll get to see a couple runs with that. Oh yeah, I was evolving Sharon, and since she did enough damage, I threw Rayok. But let's see, Luan, and we were talking about him just a second ago. Oh, never mind. I guess we'll just throw in these 3 units. Oh my gosh, there we go. I hate that notification. It's like, I don't care about the leader skill at this point. 3 stars don't have great leader skills. But you'll notice it's like these guys are going to get taken out pretty much instantaneously. But Luan is very tanky. Budget Chow, right? So he's going to be able to do this, get counter, and more likely than anything, he will stun. He heals himself, increases defense. So it's like these units are not doing too great against him. He's pretty much stunning with every counterattack. He's healing tons. And there you go. Is it super fast? No, it's not fast. But I'd rather be able to like put this, like, let's say I'm spending 1 day farming, I'm farming levels. I'm trying to make fodder, right? Fodder farming days. We all have had those days. It's just like, I'll probably be like having to go to work. And it's like, I can put him to farm. I could put my phone in my pocket. 10 minutes later, 15 minutes later, come back and be like, okay, he's done. Either restart the battle or switch out other monsters and just get tons of things leveled up and done. As you probably saw earlier when we looked at the monster storage, it's just like there was tons of max level 3s. That was me testing Luan out. But you could see he's working. He's efficient. He's not getting knocked down. I could put him on a more damage build if I wanted to, which I might eventually. just to make him faster. But it's like he's working for me, right? Might get him on a build with... Actually, I might get him on an energy double blade build with crit rate, crit damage. I could build him like attack, crit damage, attack. I could. And he could have HP in the subs. Or attack, crit damage, HP, and then have a mix of attack and HP in the subs. I'm going to try that, actually, eventually, and just see if it works. I know it's stupid, but just so he's clearing fast, right? But it works. You see a minute 48. I know it's slow, but we're working our way up, right? Before we were having inconsistent runs. Now we have consistent runs. Wind Ivor is better than Tattoo in some ways. Not in all ways. I saw that in the chat. Just saying. So, there you go. I will re-rune him eventually. This is just what I threw on him at the moment. You can see I'm low on mana because I'm upgrading runes left and right. I got her 6-starred 2 nights ago. So she can help with beasts. So let's move on to beasts. And Worth the World. Because I mentioned a video back then. And I'm kind of sticking to my guns about it. Even though I said I was going to not focus on it quite yet. But I've been focusing on Rift Raid a little bit. Like a tiny bit. Like every once in a while I'll look at it and do something. Fire Beast, Ice Beast, and all that. I've been messing with that one. Here's the Fire Beast. It's almost an S. That's almost an S. This is the team right now. It will be... That's really the team that got the A+? Huh. I want to put Aline back in, but Aline's not doing crazy damage. She needs to be 6-starred and have a little bit better runes. Or I take Megan out and put Aline. That might be better, actually. Well, we'll find out eventually. Triple S. A+. Wow, my scores are a little bit... Okay, this is where it starts to drop off a little bit. 2.9, 2.3. So... Again, you notice Megan is in a lot of these because I just need them to be tanky and survive till we can get the boss knocked down and we can do the big 2 million damage or whatever it's going to be when it's in its unconscious state or whatever it's called. And the reason I farm these is for a couple reasons. And it's like I encourage people to attempt to get the beasts at least so they can get crystals or whatever. Because of a few things. One, reaps. Reaps are important. You want to at least get 3 reaps. I mean, obviously do 3 reaps a week. Because eventually you're going to get to the point where you get tons of violent runes and all that. And you're going to want to be able to re-roll these runes. And you're not going to have the reaps because you're not doing it. And you get the gist. Another thing is... Well, I guess kind of like this. Because this account doesn't use 3 stars or 4 stars. Or it's not 3 stars, 4 stars or 5 stars. So I can eventually just start feeding these guys to it. When I get them. And switch them out and get the grinds or the reaps. Or artifacts. Just make my life easier. That and these legend boxes. These legend boxes come with legendary scrolls, tons of mysticals. Enchanted gems. Even the mystical magic boxes come with these. Would be helpful. But that's why I'm doing that. But the big thing is the fight runes. I want fight runes because the fight runes will help with Rift Raid. It'll help with clearing other dungeons. Who knows, maybe it even helps with clearing places like Necro or Punisher's Crypt or even Dragons if I can't do it by then. So it's important. I mean, I'm going to do a little experiment, right? I have a Lala here. He's not ruined all the way, but I'm going to throw... These aren't that great, right? But throwing these on him. And it's just like, the grinds are fight rune grinds. So it's like, I could throw this on him, and it's like, I don't really care about these fight runes. It's like, I could throw that on. Do this. It's like, okay, I want to convert this. Let's take the crit rate off. Or something, right? But it's like, you see, I have all these things here. So it's like, there's the flat HP. I could throw this on. He has a little bit more HP. And he's going to be giving enhanced stats to everybody. Because a fight rune increases allies attack by 8%. That's like 24%, I believe, when he has 3 sets on him. Which, I think that's math. I think that's proper math. But, yeah, so there's a lot of that stuff I've been working on in the background. What is this? Okay. I was going to put determination runes on him if I ever got the chance. Which, I don't think I have determination. It makes it seem like I have a lot of runes here. I don't think I have I have some determinations. I could start putting it on him and just seeing how he functions, seeing how it rolls. But again, it's just could do that crap, right? I'll just apply the changes now while I can. But there we go. That's the whole account. That's the dot team. This is the account update. I've been doing my arenas. I've been doing my guild battles. I want to do guild battle videos later, eventually, just so you guys get to see some of these 3 stars in action. But that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the whole video. I know this is a long video, but I appreciate it nonetheless for you guys to, sit there and watch. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Hey guys, one final message before we end things. This is last second I remember. I'm starting another channel, but the reason I'm doing this is because if you go through my channel, you'll probably notice that every once in a while I'll post something other than Summoner's War. And I just thought, for the people who watch Summoner's War, they just want to watch Summoner's War. So the other channel is going to be for me to post random games. I'll be going and playing some of the games I like to play, and I'll just be posting them regardless if I'm going to get views or not. Because it's like there are other games I do like, and I'm scared to post them because I don't know if any one of y'all like it. So I have it somewhere up on screen, a screenshot maybe. It's going to be an empty channel, but at least you guys will be able to search it up and do all that stuff. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.